my constituents, but I am in protest of the meeting. I do not believe that the special meetings law was met, that two trustees made sign contact with the clerks. So I'm of the opinion it's an illegal meeting. And whenever it said was going to put that into the records, we can do that.
Which one are you calling illegal?
What?
Which meeting are you calling illegal?
Actually, both. I think that I talked to Dan Olson at League of Municipalities, and you have to contact the clerk's office with the agenda. The agenda gets posted, and the agendas are all fine. They're good agendas. I got no problem with the agendas, but there has to be a signed notice at the clerk's office. And quite frankly, the agendas are fine, but there's no reason they can't happen at a regular meeting. We don't need to waste everybody's money with this special meeting. So that's just so if any other trustee wants to protest with me.
I'd like to add my 2 cents. We're following procedure now. It never bothered before.
Well,
I have a special utility meeting.
I have in the past. I have in the past.
No.
You know what? If this is the way the meeting is going to start, then we're just going to call it off right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going into...
I guess I'd like to say that we have bids that expire the 3rd of September. That's why we wanted to act before then, because we don't know where those checks are sitting. We need to reject the bids that were
That's the
accepted
burning
June
issue?
3rd.
Okay, that's the burning issue.
You have a legal
If
meeting.
you don't reject the bids, what's going to happen?
Expired.
And then what money are we not getting back?
No, it's the contractors that posted performance bids. Where is that money sitting? Is that in escrow accounts, at SMS? Are they uncashed checks sitting somewhere? That's what we needed to determine.
Well, I would not have a...
Then why wasn't the special meeting set up right? Why didn't you contact?
I believe in the past, that the president has always called special meetings when he needed it.
So did you read that?
I read that.
Well, is this our...
Okay, all right, listen, okay? I understand that there's a lot... Drew, there's a lot of emotions involved here, I understand that. One of the reasons I called this meeting was issues with the clerks, and that was going to be addressed. Now, if I had a clerk who maybe would have informed me that this is the way you should do it, maybe we wouldn't have this issue right now. You guys have the agenda on Monday. Somebody could have called and said, you know, you need to do this in writing. Everybody here knows that I'm new to this, okay? I need support, not fighting.
Anita knew.
Anita knew. Drew knew.
Anita, how many times did she bring up stuff? Okay, so whatever. If you guys want to sit here and talk, whatever, this is all off the record. This is not an official meeting.
Oh, it's on the meeting, record.
It's not a meeting.
Well, it hasn't been called to order. It hasn't been called to order. We haven't decided whether we're having a meeting or not. The bids, if the bids are that important, I would gladly be the second trustee to sign off on that agenda. But I don't know. I think we're wasting money. I don't... Well, how much money...
What money are you talking about?
The money to pay for the meetings.
Village board is salary. Are we getting $25 a meeting to vote on getting a sampler? I guess then I'd like to be paid for that. If our former president can be paid out last week, I guess I would be paid for all these meetings I've been sitting at the last couple months.
He wasn't paid.
You didn't draw a check from the village treasury to pay you out.
That's not what you told me on the phone.
No, I did not get a check.
Well, that's what you told me. You had me draw him a check.
No.
See?
This is part of our problem. We cannot rely on what we're being told by people.
Well, you're the one making the lies, though, so that's...
What lies are we making? Maybe we need to...
The performance, can I speak on the performance? The performance bid bonds are part of the bid package. They're not actually monies that the village is holding. Okay, a performance bid bond is when the bids would have been accepted, which they have not been. The village would have held a bid bond to make sure that the project that was going to be completed would be completed. So the bid bonds are just...
At the opening, they had to submit a check or a bond.
Exactly.
Some of them
Yeah.
did checks.
Did checks.
Exactly, during the bid opening, but the bids have not been received. The bids have not been accepted.
Right,
What
so
happened
where's
to
that
the
money
checks
sitting?
they turned over?
That's what I want to know, where is it sitting?
They're not in a physical check, they're in
Yes,
a,
they were.
well,
I
then,
said the
Some
opening night.
contractors cut checks.
well, then Strategic would have them. He was the engineer in charge, so if there's any bid bonds, then the board needs to reject the bids and send letters out to the awarding contractor saying the bids have been rejected.
Okay.
That's been on the agenda about 10 times, and it's never been voted on, so it's never been rejected or accepted. Jack Menting said to hold off, but you're moving in a different direction, the board is moving in a different direction, so the bids will expire. A courtesy letter to the contractors would be all that would be necessary. Today's date, the contracts are going to just expire. Every contractor that physically called me and talked to me, all the contractors that I said, the board is not awarding contract. A letter would have been nice, but that really should come from the village board, saying thanks but no thanks. But the bid bonds are not anything that we hold. That would have been, if the awards would have been accepted, or if the contracts would have been accepted, the part of that would have been a bid bond, to make sure, just kind of like this developers agreement you have, to make sure that the project is completed, that there's a bond, not that they get halfway through, because there's going to be drawings throughout the project, and not that they get halfway through, the contractor goes bankrupt and there's not enough money to finish the project. That's what the bid bond is for.
According to Scott Strand, when he sat back here that night, he said he had 90 days to accept the bids. After 90 days, the bid would be null and void. Correct?
As of tomorrow.
They're void.
September 2nd is today.
Why did you
Actually.
argue about it?
Pardon me?
I don't
There's
argue about it.
nothing to argue about.
Well, you are.
So they just expired.
No, the bids,
So does there have to be a
It should be.
directive to Mr. Strang to return that money?
if a bid bond would be something that would have been part of an accepted
realize
bid.
the bid bond-
SRAM doesn't have
What
any.
about the checks that he collected with those bids? And he did collect some, I saw it.
Well, we do.
I don't know.
We
I
could
guess I
contact
wasn't.
We have 5 trustees here, and we're talking about village business. Is this a legal meeting or not? Time is ready to start.
No, it's not, I already said it's not.
Then you guys got to stop talking about village business.
That's what I said about 5 minutes ago.
All right.
Good, inaugural meeting is ended.